All right, we're going to start going down this checklist. So I'm going to start with basic info. Let's see, the first required field is supported platforms. And so I'm going to just do Windows for now. OS version. I actually don't know. Can I release this for 10? I feel like it's probably one of those things that I should fundamentally know this, like when creating a Windows executable for Windows 11, it'll always work on Windows 10. I don't know if that's true, but like that's just kind of what it feels like would probably be true. I'm going to assume that 10 is okay. Processor. Let's see what other people do. Let's look at Steam. Is there a category? Yeah, arcade and rhythm. Sure, Crypto the Necrodancer. Wow, it's $150? Might need to write that down. Okay, so you can just write 2 gigahertz. I'm targeting a mobile device specifically. It's 1.8 gigahertz. Okay, so yeah, about the same as Crypto the Necrodancer. I'll put 1.8 gigahertz. How much memory is it usually using? Let's find out. 100 megabytes, doing nothing. Okay, we're up to 400-ish. Does the memory go up the more I have on the screen? It does. Okay, well, I never really passed 400, so we could probably safely say, I think a gig, no, minimum, I'm gonna say like 750. Disk space. This executable, let's see, the Android one, the Android APK is not even 100 megabytes. So I'm gonna say, I mean, maybe I can just build it real quick. Let's see how big it is. Where did build go? Build. 93 megabytes. Yeah, my file size is super small. I'm definitely priding myself on that. I think I'll just say like 150, conservative estimate. Okay, release date. Coming soon. I have to do an intended release date. My earliest day, if I remember right, was July 28th. We'll say 9 a.m. because that's usually when I end stream. Actually, no, let's do 8 a.m. because that's usually when I'm 8:30. That's when I'm on stream, and so I can release it on stream. Coming soon. Update. Sweet. So customers will see coming soon. So that's the day I'm targeting. I think I can easily make that date because I was hoping to release it next week. Yeah, give me 2 more weeks. Easy. I got this. All right, next step, supported languages. Okay, so interface is all game text displayed in that language, full audio, all spoken dialogue, and subtitles. So I could technically set all languages for everything but the interface, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say interface, full audio, subtitles in English. On my next game, I'm going to actually do localization, but this one, it's all English. Sorry, y'all. Supported features, Steam Achievement, Steam Cloud. So I am interested in Steam Cloud. Oh, and stats. But everything else will be... No, nothing else. Okay. I think I need to start speeding through these a little bit more, because a lot of this isn't very fun, I guess. You know, not to call myself out, but it's not very fun, and I think I'd rather just start working on the art, like figure out the assets. So I'm gonna speed through this. Primary genre. Casual? Strategy? Am I a strategy game? I guess I am. I am a strategy casual indie game. And we got this now. Again, choose one or two top level genres to categorize your title. And I decided that strategy was mine. Other genres, okay. So now I've got like a much deeper list, it seems. I have been calling this an arcade game, so I'm gonna obviously check arcade. Okay, yeah, it looks like arcade is my only extra genre I can add from this list. So we'll go next. Subgenres. Yeah, none of these are working for me. Choose your own adventure, clicker, collectathon, combat racing, creature collector, dungeon crawler, exploration, flight, FPS, hack and slash, hero shooter, hidden object, idler, immersive sim, looter shooter, match 3, medical sim. Like none of these are my subgenre. Yeah, none of these subgenres work. So unfortunately, I've just got to click next. So I'm gonna have no subgenres. Okay, visuals and viewpoint. 2D. Colorful. Stylized. That is true. I would like to think that my game is stylized. Alright, next. Themes and moods. What themes and moods are in my game? Yeah, none of these are really fitting. Kind of interesting. Family friendly? I can do that, I think. Retro? Is it retro? I don't think it is. Alright, well, we'll just go with family friendly. Features. Controller. I mean, technically I do have controller support. Do I add that? There's obviously a female protagonist in this game. For 50% of my players, right? For 50% of the target audience. Multiple endings. Yes, my game does have multiple endings. Whoa, music-based procedural generation. What game has that? That's awesome. Physics, there we go. That's an actual tag. Trading, turn-based, whatever. Okay, cool. Controller and physics, that's what I've got on features. Players, I'm not gonna bother screenshotting this. It is single player. So these are all my tags. Ooh, it's even telling me other games that are like mine. Let's look at these. Tricky Towers, I think I've heard of that one. Tricky Towers. Yeah, I have heard of this game. This is sweet. Yeah, this is somewhat similar to my game, I would say, except for without the co-op aspect. Tags done. Controller support. I do have controller support. The question is, how much controller support? Godot supports hundreds of controller models out of the box. Okay, well, let's start this controller wizard. In order to best describe your game's level of controller support to players, we have a quick wizard with a few short questions. Xbox controller support. Yes, my game meets that criteria. PlayStation, all of the above. The Xbox one just had a single checkbox, but this one has a whole set of checkboxes. Steam Input API integration. If your game has fully integrated with the Steam Input API, then it would work completely with just about any of 200 plus models of controller that a player connects, including future models. To truthfully say that your game has this support, it would need to do at least these things. 1. Display the right button glyphs in the game, depending on the major controller models being used by the player. 2. Automatically pause if controller is disconnected. 3. The player must be able to remap the buttons on the controller they are using, either through an in-game menu your team has built or by using the Steam configurator. If you have any doubts, I mean, No, I don't have any of these because you can also use mouse and keyboard. So I guess I'll say no. Please provide one or more ways for customers to contact your support department. Okay, so I just need to fill out one of these. I have an email. We're gonna fill it out. All right, let's go check out the checklist. All right, it's still saying basic info is incomplete. These are obvious. Oh, so I gotta fill out everything on these. There's another tab up here, description. And so about the game, Droppy Ball is a simple physics ball combination game. Man, I'm gonna get someone else to write this for me. But for now, yeah, we're gonna just call that good. Save. Okay, we're moving on to assets. Actually, you know what? I've run out of time. That's gonna be it for today. Wow, what a boring day. I am so sorry. I'm gonna prepare some assets for next time. We're gonna start uploading it and hopefully actually release this thing. All right, we're live. So today I'm going to be working on the capsule art. So I need at least 5 things, and they're just all marked with a star. I'm starting with the header capsule, and they give you a nice and easy guide on how to do all of it. So I'm just making this 920 wide by 430 tall header capsule right now. I've developed, let's get rid of this for a sec. I've developed this background that I can use for pretty much all of them. So there's a 4K version right here that I can just kind of shrink down to what I need. And then I've also created my logo that I can shrink down as well. So we're going to shrink that down now. Okay, and then position it. And then, as per usual, we're going to make it glow. There we go. So this is kind of, I think this is what would show up. Okay, actually, it tells me. I was going to look at like one of these, but let's... Okay, so let's go back to this. So the header capsule, this image... Okay, it will appear at the top of your page in the store, in the recommended for you section. Just the store. Yeah, see, I think it's these. These are used for all the lists throughout Steam. Search results, top sellers, new releases, etc. Main capsule appear at the top of the front page in featured and recommended carousel. And then the vertical capsule, these can appear at the top of the front page during seasonal sales and other new sales. That's these ones for sure. Yeah, anyway, I figure what I'm making is one of these, but anyway, let's just get back to it. Okay, so let's upload this header capsule. Before continuing, please confirm that your images adhere to the required standards. If you submit for review and these requirements are not met, Steam's review team will fail your review and you will need to correct them before you proceed. And then there's these checkboxes. I can confirm that this capsule contains a legible logo. It should fill at least 1/3 of the image. I'd say that's about correct. What do you think? I confirm that this capsule contains no additional text aside from the game's logo. Looks like I did a good job. Confirm and upload. So now I can preview my store. It's pretty cool. I like it, obviously. Cool. All right, on to the next one, huh? Small capsule, 462 by 174. These are small, so they should focus on making the logo clearly legible even at the smallest size. These are used for all the lists throughout Steam. They should contain readable logo even at small size. In most cases, this means your logo should nearly fill the small capsule. Okay, easy enough. That's a tiny little page. we're gonna grab my background. So now I should be able to paste this in, and we're gonna need to shrink it a lot. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Logo. It's now gonna need to be also scaled. Let's go up a bit. Let's go like, yeah, I guess that's about the best I can do. Time to make it glow. Looks sick. Okay. So that's all done. Let's export this one. They've made 3 assets out of this. And I will admit this bottom one is kind of hard to read. Let's try making this a little bit lighter. Let's see if this is a little bit better. I think this will be a little bit more legible than this. Ooh, but I still think it needs the anti-glow. I just like that a lot. So we're gonna try it, but we're gonna make it less. All right, let's save this. Let's export it. I think it's slightly more legible. Yeah, I think this is a good choice. So this is what it looks like now. Like you can definitely see the L's a little bit better than on this one, because I lightened them up. So yeah, all in all, good decision, I'd say. Let's go to the next one. Or no, I'm on main capsule. These should be designed to market the product. For best results, please use the key art and logo that is being used for any retail boxes or marketing. Please do not include quotes, review scores, or awards. 1236 by 706. So let's see which art this would be. So these are the vertical arts. Let's see, what would these appear at the top of the front page in the featured and recommended carousel. So this is the carousel then. So it's just this one? But yeah, it's kind of like the same where like, you know, you don't really have a bunch of stuff on it. It's just your banner. Oh, and maybe all of these carousels. But yeah, like not a lot on them, just like the others. It's very, I feel like these are all very similar, which is nice. It's a lot easier to make that way. Do I want to put more stuff in it? That's the question. Like, do we want to put these balls in the thing? Let's grab a purple ball. Blue ball. Get a sky blue ball. Yeah, let's start getting the pink balls in there. That's a classic. Because of course there's a pink ball here too. And there's gonna be one over here too. Now let's get the red balls. Let's do, okay, I'm gonna have another red ball like right here, but I'm gonna have an orange on top of the pink. Right here. And so then this red ball is gonna be here. And then we'll grab another pink ball. Put it up here. Okay. Does that look like a real situation here? Oh, maybe we should have one falling too. Let's do another red one. I guess one thing I could do is like grab this, go like that, and just move it up a little bit. That works. And then, yeah, just chop the bottom off. Nice. It's falling. I think I do want to scale it down a little bit. Yeah, this is looking great. Okay, now we copy this. Pop it in here. I think that's good. I feel like I want another ball. I want a little bit more motion. I'm gonna do... let's do an orange. I'm an orange fan. Blurred it. Lens blur? No, it was Gaussian blur. But I just did the vertical, right? Do a little bit of that, and then chop the bottom off. Good enough. Yeah, it has like a little bit more motion to it. Okay, this is looking pretty good. We'll do capsule main. So we're gonna try the vertical capsule. And the vertical capsule says, please use key art and logo that is being used for any... Okay. So maybe I'll do the same thing, but just vertical. Ooh, actually, let's just rotate this 90. But I can copy from the rest from here. Let's do... Copy these. Paste. Let's grab this group. This one should fill the width, huh? Let's get a really frustrating situation. Let's do 2 yellows. Would this work? Let's see. I gotta move this one in a little bit more. Nah, that doesn't work. I was gonna put the blues, like, keeping them up, but like this. Let's get a red back there, stuck in the corner, with an orange. Just like that. I think this is fine. So we'll make the yellow. I think that looks pretty cool. Let's upload this. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see how my requirements are. Okay, store assets are done. Okay. Check. I did the store assets. So now I need 5 screenshots and 5 library assets. So that'll have to be for next time.